You're live. Thank you very much. Pimsan, yeah, Damasi will be our journey. And see about Saturday and Opadia. We give you every detail this weekend. English Premier League next started, the Spanish Liga has started, French Liga has started. And apart from every other thing, it means to say the Panthers no better for us being a BBD. So you join us, you share, then you have a discussions. But just before we go now, you know you need more sano for us. Sano you got was beautiful and you know the wonderful lunch that was giving us. Sano Ben 10. Yeah.
And a company now we Sano.
Yeah.
If I didn't know, I no more you got.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
And on meat bread, you know, super.
Thank you to them.
Obi Antobi no.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But you got papa
Yeah.
Sano yogurt.
Yeah.
A super.
Yeah, super.
And on meat bread there.
Yeah.
My friend Brenton class on February no pay.
What do you call my junior?
Some to be my junior. Nah. And Chenu didn't be able to one shall say we did. Now, before I go in, because say bet we did 10% on.
Ever started on the 15th, yeah. Nana do beji. Which I say betting is important too. Hey, I mean taxation is important. See, man, here good idea. We have to pay tax. I think that the problem with a lot of people are more issues and say
maybe a 10% non-food
too much, yeah.
Could be a 2% be 3 beer.
And how we even pilot it into it, you know. There is a lot of updates on Kylian Mbappe and Maka. I am very excited how Paris Saint-Germain for running the affairs of the club. In times past, several times, Yaka, Paris Saint-Germain modus operandi say enter the big name players and gets them to win the trophies for us. It has not seen the light of day. It's almost movie away from side. You know. The plan now is simple. Let's stay away from big name players and say, on you're committed to play for us, let's go in for much younger, hungry players, and that's exactly what they are doing. You can see me throughout the transfer window. Say on the 12th of August, it drew. Now Paris Saint-Germain, everybody the first game will fear all the Parc des Princes against Lorient. Now say Kylian Mbappe, the name of the players who will even go to the Parc des Princes. Now we will then analyze from there the conversation of Kylian Mbappe. Also now he is not moving. Unko for Saudi Arabia for my uncle. Unko for Wayamba, he is not moving until the contract is over. Or also any contract extension. Now Paris Saint-Germain for the squad list for China Abba. Keylor Navas, Ashraf Hakimi, Manuel Ugarte, Marquinhos, Fabian, Gonzalo Ramos, Marco Asensio, Danilo, Vitinha, Lee Kane, Lucas Hernandez, Shein, Soler, Kazawa, Cher Emery, Gabi, Skriniar, Hugo Ekitike, Arno Thenas, Donnarumma. No Kylian Mbappe. No Neymar. No Mbappe. No Neymar, no Messi. Messi didn't say run a job game or Miami or the MLS name. He is gone. But last season, the front three of Paris Saint-Germain was these three players: Messi, Mbappe, and then Neymar. And then Paris Saint-Germain won the first game. Mbappe, Eddie can't match this squad no, although he's still a Paris Saint-Germain player. Neymar, the can't match this squad no, although he's still a Paris Saint-Germain player officially. And again, Messi, we know that he has left the club. Now, this is the story of Paris Saint-Germain. They are moving on.
Back to square one.
Yeah. And I think it's the right way to go. Build a team, with people that are committed to the Paris Saint-Germain cause. And yet in Kofoa, they just want to be there for all whatever the sake is. Another player in the D, any listeners, so Ousmane Dembele.
But man, Marco Verratti.
Marco Verratti or a lot of uncertainty. On this transfer conversation or some sort of injury. It's Verratti's name is not here based on injury. Yes, Saudi for the buy, but mainly because of injury. It's not the NHYIRA. Ousmane Dembele su di NHYIRA, but ene why no official unveiling El Paris Saint-Germain Honum, and he's a Paris Saint-Germain player. He has joined them El Honum, and he's going to be part of the players that are going to do a lot of things. You see, as we go on with the games now, I'll analyze and I'll give it to you. Paris Saint-Germain are going to play Lorient. It is Luis Enrique's first game. Or the Parc des Princes. He would have to show something. Gonzalo Ramos Ewum. Now, may I expect to say in this game, Junior Donnarumma is going to be imposed. You are going to get a centre-back pairing, and definitely Marquinhos is going to be in there with them. When you get Marquinhos, Ashraf Hakimi is going to be at fullback. Lucas Hernandez is definitely going to be in a team like this. Now, in the middle of the pack, Paris Saint-Germain have been stuck. Armenia Manuel Ugarte and Danilo as the 2 number 6 the back four. There is Asensio that can give them width. Gonzalo Ramos will lead the lines against Lorient. Paris Saint-Germain, almost every time we will be on the first opening game, it's an automatic that they get to win. And I'm very confident that Saint-Germain will win this game against Lorient. It's very, very important. I know they'll get that done. The Spanish La Liga also started. And Madrid are beginning the onslaught. Jude Bellingham, he is going to get his first taste of the Spanish La Liga now. Madrid for to coin. Barcelona Gabi Cacho. Just before that, there are huge updates for Madrid. Madrid for to call Moko Bilbao. Inaki Williams, Nico Williams team, Athletic Bilbao. A difficult game part to start in La Liga season because Bilbao, your teams are not almost worried. The 2 top clubs, Barcelona and Real Madrid, tactically they are very, very good side. Again, if you are looking at Madrid on their away form last season, one of the reasons Madrid could not win the Spanish La Liga is because their away form wasn't as good as Barcelona. Last season, Barcelona could go away, beat even all the teams are not stubborn when we were playing Madrid, but Madrid always struggled away. The goals of Karim Mustafa Benzema, we don't know where it will come from this season. But almost started. Just before that, Bayern for no more James Ombina Kepa is a balaga. Barich. CCA. The reports that we are getting is that Kepa has told Bayern, say, oh, wow. He has seen opportunity to come back to Madrid. Who is it? Oh, no. Chelsea turned for Bilbao. He's a Basque boy. And he's a Spaniard, Ankasa. Now, there's an opportunity for him to come to Madrid. No, Madrid for number 1 goalkeeper. Everybody knows with Kepa's, with Courtois ACL injury, a prolonged spell. One here for the better part of a year. Courtois So now it's a big opportunity for Kepa to steal it and because Spanish number 1 and Madrid's number 1. So definitely he's going to want to be in the limelight and Courtois to Madrid over him. If this deal goes through, and I say if it's going to be possible to go through, a very key indicator power will be say, Nyamia do watch. Say Chelsea team listening about Kepa and Kawa, you know that the deal is done.
Okay.
You know that definitely he's en route to Madrid. Now I wonder how Madrid will going to get this deal done. Again, before Chelsea bought Kepa Arrizabalaga from Athletic Bilbao, no Madrid are calling. Madrid wanted Kepa Arrizabalaga. One of the big issues at Madrid now about Kepa Arrizabalaga in the past at Athletic Bilbao said, no, I'm sorry, a shot. Ni reach, and I'm in some sort of form. I don't know. Maybe based on the experience he has had, and in the defense of Madrid, they believe that now Kepa can be a good fit for them. Yacine Bono, yes, they've looked at him. But it looks as if the Kepa one is getting very, very close. And Kepa turning away to Real Madrid. They've always courted him. He's a Madrid boy. He's a Spaniard. Or he's Spain.
So goalkeepers 3.
Yes.
And then Madrid they
yeah.
Not the year come home.
Yeah.
Remember you see the year the end there. Ancelotti's on pay.
It's a ball playing.
Also on pay the year. Until so far now Yacine Bono.
Yeah.
And then Kepa Arrizabalaga.
Yeah.
But who Senka among the two, no?
Yeah.
Madrid and Famine.
Bono would have been a better fit. Maybe more problems with Kepa in terms of shot stopping, long range shots. That's one of the reasons that Chelsea offer Robert Sanchez but not the competition in that regard. Long range on any good, sir. Now in the Spanish La Liga, you're going to see shots like that a lot of the times. So Yacine Bono fit exactly how they want him to play. The problem, however, they say, which if Madrid are going to go to Sevilla, and they will ask for Yacine Bono. But Sevilla will ask them for big money. Say the money Sevilla will ask for Yacine Bono will be more than what Chelsea will ask for Kepa. Even if Sevilla loan, there's a possibility of a loan. Then later there's going to be an option to buy. But that will not be good for Chelsea. Chelsea ain't Jack Kepa loan. It has to be an outright buy. Send he will be off the books of Chelsea. So there's a possibility that Kepa is a balaga. By the time maybe you should know Kenya more say we can get the breaking news. Say Kepa is straight.
At the question, Mami Busao.
Yeah.
This question, I said there's a school of thought.
Yeah.
Amufu say Madrid team na Kasane so even winning the Champions League now. It was a certain Kepa. Because Amufu say Madrid defense and said that that's solid.
Yeah.
And so even in their preseason. And Ancelotti, one of our games in Libya, forgotten game now, Madrid boy.
Yeah.
Ball game
yeah. Against Barcelona.
Against Barcelona.
Yeah.
Now Ancelotti company say the defense no.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
And the school of tough no, and they say Madrid, a free bear 3 seasons that they been now. It has been a certain Thibaut Courtois.
Yeah.
And a team no.
Yeah.
Those have Vinicius no yet don't bear but defensively no.
Yeah.
On the edge money now.
At some point, Courtois wanted to even be in the Ballon d'Or rankings top 10.
That's it.
Yes, true.
And now on you available for Real Madrid no. Now Madrid defense is as leaky. As a Madrid benya problems kaka this season.
Yeah. Yes, it is true. Courtois has been brilliant for Madrid in the last 2 seasons. Champions League Mkokoje. Even last 2 seasons.
The last
against PSG, against Chelsea. Very, very good goalkeeper. In fact, there were parts, a lot of people in Belgium felt say Courtois should be part of the Ballon d'Or conversation. You know, when you're new on them. Yes, they will suffer.
But I don't say, Yasin Bonu again, and yes, I'm Madrid for them come po, yes, or mupe.
Oh, yeah.
But Ancelotti in Madrid na catch the bonus say. So I'm not funny there. And the unforfeited AFCON.
Well,
because of the AFCON so in January, which at that time when the league is so I get it. It's all over that goal post in the mind there. And you catch a group for say AFCON.
No, which but
Saudi Amadu Beko fan down.
You see, so that can be a possibility. But on no Ancelotti, ultimately can't share Yasin bonus on for 50 Moroccan national team.
And that is what they are telling him.
It may be one of the reasons why they'll be careful about watching his okay. Say I go for goalkeeper, but again, one of the reasons is they say Madrid are not looking for a long-term goalkeeper. She say, Omupe stop gap. So it will come down to a lot of things. It can be loan. So Chelsea betting the Yasin Kepa. I'm an on loaner. He will take Kepa ahead of Yasin Bono. You understand? Bono now is in better form than Kepa. But it will come to a lot of things. The availability of the player. Madrid Mbappé over spending 70 million on the goalkeeper. Oh, Sekoto Aba. Over second. They won't want to do that financially and you're prudent. So Benya loan be with an option to buy 30 million. So Benya Kepa 20 million and he will take Kepa. Then Sekoto Aba. Both of them will fight for the top spot. And you're better that way than go for that. The AFCON conversation, yes, a warning for Madrid, but that may not be the outright reasoning here. And over now, before even Kepa or Courtois comes now, and then a game, and a young Ukrainian goalkeeper, your friend in Lorient, and a better pull him, or a very young goalkeeper, we have a possible lineup for Madrid. And back for now, Osi Elikina, I'm no Yajan. This is it. Carvajal, I've told you, since the surgery, some issues, no. Were dipping down in terms of the form in games the last 2-3 seasons. Madrid don't seem to get a proper replacement for Carvajal. The 3rd season into it, Carvajal replacement, Mbaye, Antonio Rudiger, Militao. I have personal issues with this backline, Debia, because Debia Mekacho said, more million 2 hot-headed centre backs. I would love to have Alaba partnering one of them. Then you have Fela Mendy in there. But Fela Mendy saw issues with injury and in the performance recently. So it's a back four of Alaba, Militao, Rudiger, and Carvajal in a 4-3-3, but then more like a diamond shape, Kaka, because see a tactical board now. I'll tell you, Eduardo Camavinga, Lorient, Federico Valverde, and the Jude Bellingham, then up top, Vinicius Junior and Rodrigo. This is the lineup from the boss Madrid game now and starting. Kroos, no Modric, more possibly will start in this game. But a similar shape of a 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1, but then the diamond. Because you would want to have Lorient Tchouameni sitting on the base. But can't you say for Jude Bellingham there? Madrid are getting him purposely for the attacking part of the game. So even if you want to play them in a 4-3-3 or in a diamond midfielder, you have it like this. If Tchouameni is sitting in this hole, you had Edward Camavinga, Federico Valverde, then of course Abrante friend Jude Bellingham on top of the diamond. Nwenya Rodrigo and Vinicius Junior. Both of them are going to go high and wide and attack the spaces in here. Then Jude Bellingham will play as a false nine essentially or an number 10. So Unya Modric, Sunu Cruiser. It means that Tchouameni is going to be at the base. Then you get Federico Valverde and either of Modric or Kroos. Definitely is going to be Kroos who start because Unprovable managing the tempo of the game. When they are playing against Athletic Bilbao, and it is a game that is going to come down to how Madrid are going to deal with away from this season. It's a game. You investor, the first thing you know, they say there's going to be more than one goal in this game. The goals are going to come. Because if you look at this side, Nico Williams is on very good form from out wide. And the combination play with Nina and Inaki Williams has been very good. Now, DeMarcos, Alvarez, Vivian, and Leque, Vesca, Ruz de la Garreta, and Munien. Top combination but balance lacking a little bit. Essentially, the strength of Athletic Bilbao team, no, and more attack from the two Ghanaians. No? Yes, Nico and Moma Ghana there, but of course, two Ghanaians that can play in that regard. It's a game that goals are going to come over 1.5. But I'm expecting that Madrid should go away to Bilbao, open the season with a win. One, because of scored superiority in terms of technical ability, and they are way better than a team of friend Athletic Bilbao. Not so good at Bilbao side, but whilst goals will come, no, I expect Madrid will get a job done. Harry Kane is done and dusted. But Yami had much now. Barca will also play against Getafe. So we need to hit on that even before we go to Harry Kane conversation. You see, me wasted too much time on Barca. Oma announced almost scored. Omo Obiati say Ousmane Dembele has left. They've gotten in excess of 50 million for Ousmane Dembele. Which Barca will start the season as favorite beam. Meaning Barca financial issues will forever be there, especially for a while. But Juma Omaye, with respect to the squad building, in the last 2 seasons now has been brilliant. And Xavi has worked very well with the team. Last season, it was a regular 4-3-3 that we saw in the Barcelona team. Ronald Araujo, Jules Koundé, Alejandro Balde, for me, one of the best players at Barca in recent times. In post, Marc-André ter Stegen. Now, Sergio Busquets is gone. It means that Frankie de Jong takes over the role and becomes more like the La Pausa man, the register controlling the pace of the game for team and friend FC Barcelona. Now, when he was attacking number 8, there is Ike Gundogan that has joined the team. Can play as a very good attacking number 8 with either Pedri or Gavi in there. Up top, Robert Lewandowski. Yes, Ousmane Dembele is gone, but then they now have Ansoumani Fatimo back into the squad. Rafinha. It's a Barcelona team that is good. I think that they will continue on last season's away performance. Some more away with Spanish La Liga anymore. They are very, very good. Nyami Admochen, you make 7 p.m. Ghana time. They will be able to go away to Getafe, go there, they take the pace of the game, and then win that game against Getafe to open their season. The Barca team is good. In preseason, you could see the intensity of Barca had gone a notch higher or two in terms of pressing and counter-pressing of games, winning the ball back and carrying forward, creating very good scoring chances. Barca have been very good, and I think it will continue like that. Nyake Nyinani said, once they go away and the games become brutal, there's Oriol Romeo, who gives them that physicality with Honum. Frank Yannick is gone, but then Romeo gives them that physicality in the middle of the park once they go away in this game. So Barca against Getafe 2 will give it to Barca. Harry Kane is gone.
Done.
Yeah. He's officially Mia San Mia now. And I think say a good. We have been calling for this deal. Say now ope club a bit mama Harry Kane. Nia eludin wona brabo mu pa as a footballer. Maybe I just 2 clubs no we are say ne. You say rich. Clubs me no ben. And when you say you boss is your mania trophy. You mention 2 clubs. Either Paris Saint-Germain or FC Bayern Munich. Because Paris Saint-Germain said the French Liga will come to them. Last season, we know how careless Bayern were with the German Bundesliga. But in years here, not Dortmund, not bottle, then they take the German Bundesliga. So they assure him of trophies. Now on the side of Bayern, Oma tried so hard to replace Robert Lewandowski's goals. Last season, cumulatively, goals at Bayern as a team wasn't the same number of goals that Robert Lewandowski alone had in his best season. These are the worries. Now you get in a proper goal scorer. Nipa or not, they stuck in trade, to score goals, and that's who Harry Kane is. The Juma no. Now, Bayern suffered. This morning, the Athletic reported something very interesting. Only one thing that happened in the meeting, the first meeting with Daniel Levy. You see what Daniel Levy in that meeting had very good conversation. Now, just when they had finished and they realized, oh, they don't know done, and Daniel Levy a little bit stubborn. One of the Bayern delegates, no, I catch him down to say, oh, Harry, Daniel Levy, he will backle. He will backle. That is where Daniel Levy got angry. And it's in a second meeting, or schedule time with them, or changing time, and had to fly out to Miami for the friends and holidays. That is it. Omokache Hurricanes on money improved bid. I mean, Tottenham Hotspur into Ontina. Or see, no, he will turn away and go. Omokache in the same baby. Now, Thomas Tuchel had met with Hurricane 3 times in London secretly. 3 times in London in the dead of the night. You know, Tuchel about Chelsea, most of them, they have apartments, any places where they stay still in London. So I'm about to head more Honoma. It's only in London, pa. He flew into London, had conversations and meetings with Hurricane in the dead of the night. You know, the project in your channel kinds of Hurricane. Me say you're comfortable with English Premier League. Who person break your NHYIRA record? But me person more Champions League. In that meeting, or enumerating all the reasons tactically, so you know Hurricane, he can take him on and make Bayern win the Champions League again. And I think it's very, very feasible. With Hurricane in that team, I got just a few things. A proper replacement to Manuel Neuer in goal post. Then you get me a very good number 6, because in my opinion, Joshua Kimmich any that's number 6 that you need in the Bayern team. That's why they were going after Declan Rice. Leon Goretzka, it's more like a box-to-box midfielder in that regard. You need a proper number 6 to take the pace of the game. Or when you're a good goalkeeper for that Neuer absence, when you're a good number 6, then they have a very, very good team in terms of depth. Bayern will go very far at winning the Champions League again. Give them a season or 2. I'm sure that's something that can be done. Hurricane, and in a bush, in fact, we now or a video needed 12 about he's not returning to Tottenham. And the Bayern will game against RB Leipzig, the German Supercopa. And definitely, he's going to play a part of it. Thomas Tuchel was asked in his pre-match press conference, so both Hurricane and game. So that's the story of Hurricane. For me, he gives them everything that they want. They also give him everything that he wants. And already the woman had gone there to go and look for schools and any baby better just to make sure that Hurricane deal is being done for Tima, your friend of FC Bayern Munich. So Bayern have their man and they are going to get Hurricane. Everything is fine. Play or Mashashena for a very long time is this. Now Thomas Muller went to Instagram. I don't know if can go breaking news. Player ya turn on. So Muhuna. Mambo say yes. You're top correct striker. But they have a game against team, my friend RB Leipzig. Leipzig team, a lot of them have gone. Dominic Szoboszlai is gone. Josko Vardiol is gone. Christopher Nkunku is gone. Most of that mainstay was our team, Echo. But it's not a bad team at all. Or more, in the possible lineup and net to play against team, my friend Bayern, Ram, Orban, Simakan, any Hendricks, no Joe Hendricks or Ghanaian lineage. We'll speak about that later. Schlager, any Campbell, then Danny Olmo, any Emil Forsberg, Sesko, any Loic Openda from the French Liga, a 4-2-2-2. Like we saw Thomas Tuchel play sometime at Chelsea Football Club. With Thomas Tuchel's side, FC Bayern Munich. I know said this will not be the regular Bayern Munich starting lineup. Juric will not be imposed consistently. They will find somebody to come in there. Nazar Mazraoui, a Moroccan, that is a very, very good fullback. Only good times out of Germany. But maybe this season, with the issues surrounding Pavard, he'll be getting good chances to play for FC Bayern Munich. De Ligt is in there. And I told you throughout the transfer season, Thomas Tuchel preferred combination of open Bayern Munich, De Ligt and Kim Min-jae.
So it means that this season, Yenya Daud Upamecano.
No.
Starting for Bayern Munich.
Yes, unless he be about 3 back. Then he brings in De Ligt, Daud Upamecano, and Kim Min-jae. Min-jae is one of the best manipulators of the ball. With DM.
Okay.
Big player, 6'5", South America ni Osun there, Asian ni Osun one there. No Osun one. You know that he's a big player and he's in there. Alfonso Davies, of course.
On time no mundo ni bi.
David on there.
To us on there.
It me
fresh.
Then you have Kimmich and Konrad Lima combination we've not seen, but we wait to see this time against Leipzig in the former club how it fares. Kimmich versus Konrad Lima on FIFA. Serge Gnabry, Jamal Musiala, Kingsley Coman, and Matthias Tel. This is what he wants.
Okay.
Because Jamal Musiala is a creator for them. He will drop and combine with Harry Kane. Or drop it on the Harry Kane and combine here. Now you have effective runners or more attacker on the man. They run in behind them. Gnabry is a wonderful attacker of spaces. Leroy Sané can do same. And same as Kingsley Coman. Coman was very good pace power. Now, if you have a central striker, what he gives you is he attracts the centre backs. That leaves a lot of space for you to run into. And that's exactly what our Papa friend Thomas Tuchel has wanted. An excellent interior in Kimmich. Very good attackers of space in Gnabry and in Kingsley Coman. Whilst you have a target man, Matthias Tel will start today. But definitely Harry Kane and a better long-term man up front. I think Bayern will get this thing done. I know Bayern, I'm here for investors now. But first game, Thomas Tuchel, he would want to get this done, and I'll put my money on them to get a job done. I know, and then Harry Kane is possibly going to win his first trophy. Now, to the
EPL.
Yeah, Premier League.
Burnley.
Now, Haaland, Ade. Want to know what's the guy?
I can't name to a machine view. Haaland, eh? Because other than the first goal, and let's say you're tier 4. So we tell radio, I'm a person, bra Facebook, and I bet you a hell out on Pimsan TV. First go na brand tennis share, na chance.
No.
But I could see a video no question.
Okay.
Na, I'm not no more share a brand tennis say, Ellen Haaland the first goal. No, love on Adum TV, love on Pimsan TV, and after Facebook in Shawan 4.5. Whatever. The space no bob on share. Two defenders.
Yeah. Very true. That's definitely no a chance. They were or springing back.
Two defenders, and Obia Abraham Democrat, you know, or 29.
Yeah.
So Abraham managed.
Yeah.
So about 24 to know their Bobo and their him.
Yeah.
And a monster of a striker.
Yeah.
When you find go Monga.
Yeah, physical specimen.
Chairman. I want a striker. And Haaland.
Yeah. You Rich, one of the things I'm realizing about Pep teams, and we see this season. Oh, team you beat me about so this team you good in Bono, and then that's also game now. Burnley were good.
Yeah. But Burnley for no.
Yeah.
I'm sad about coming home, born year on dead.
Yeah.
On prepare born as a championship born no more. Almost is all about Premier League.
Yeah.
Upia born up. When no, say no money more secretary beer. Omuntiminti can crank a beer bed 3-1B.
Yeah.
Omenia consolation. You got. As a born
company, of course, Obiani say Man City legend, and ne template as a manager definitely is from the school of thought from Pep Guardiola. How he wants to see management and how you need to possess the ball. But I am seeing a lot of the time said this season, Pep is moving away from Sanyo Mano. He tends to be moving away from it. And with the presence of Erling Haaland, a lot of crosses. So Burnley for now. Once they take the ball to the byline, they do the cutbacks now. They will not cross because they don't have big bulky outlets up front to attack those balls. It's all cutting back. Now that is classic Pep Guardiola 101 or starting English Premier League. No? Or the ball they come byline. Then you see the Sterling more cuts back. You have attacking number 8, attacking box no late, no tap in. They are not doing those things again. They take the ball to the byline, they cross. Because you know there's a big specimen who is aggressive and has a knack for goals or boxing, and Erling Haaland will attack those balls every time.
23 touches, 2 goals.
Yes.
Erling Haaland.
It is the directness.
Bono Mobile.
He doesn't need to
touch just 23.
Yes. Drop it. Wahana be ball combination pass back on a coachi. Then wait for the ball to come. No corner or Banechi. 2 goals yesterday. It is the directness of Pep Guardiola's play. Nemra, when Kevin De Bruyne was injured, even before he was injured, no, I saw 2 interiors for them moving away from regular wingers, no, and I saw it again. Our Community Shield, no, with Kevin De Bruyne and Phil Foden in tight spaces controlling the game. Obi or something Matthew Kovac is be shame no or retaining possession. Then has total control of the game. And you see, Pep is some guy. Or Pep say or control games power and he has it where he is now. And now they got a job done against him and friend Burnley. Unfortunate. Also how good Burnley were. Normally not be bien filming. But this is how you are going to see the game. Just go over the order come on. And then there are a lot of the games. You need the home command power because they are very, very important. Straight up, early kickoff.
Is it them some when you are Mama boys need more because they say 10%. Is that the year? I was doing 10%. So it is so this season the only ayala.
Yeah.
Mama didn't win you. So now about to the 10 o'clock now.
That's still got
and come because say boys you say. Is it say I never call them so I just almost switch.
This year, who did 200 series? I buy 20 series.
Aye.
Wow.
And they say I just want to do more. We didn't times 2 times 3
more. So I buy more.
Barcelona no or Timor cry. The Ebba
more.
So, but who didn't get here? Not 10 free members behind.
After match, early kickoff.
Early kickoff, yeah. I'm in Nottingham Forest.
Interior is a Diaguana. Early kickoff down in time for.
It's true. Early kickoff, yeah.
Our Emirates. 11:30 Ghana time.
Yeah.
So enemy bisan say ebeje gwana because early kickoffs are very, very tricky games. One of the games that Arsenal lose last season at the tail end of the season.
Well, Arsenal first 11 about.
Okay.
Aaron Ramsdale that goal post him.
Okay.
Partey is starting.
Mr. Tobias Mamani and Fanko tactical board.
Fanko tactical board so now.
There's a bear 4-3-3 bisan.
Okay. Anti Ramsdale better goal post him.
Okay.
White,
okay.
Saliba,
okay. Magalish,
Timber, okay. Anti Martinelli,
okay.
Odegaard,
okay.
Havertz, Declan Rice,
okay. Partey,
and then Partey.
Yeah.
Nanketia lead the attack now.
Oh,
yeah. Edinketia.
Wow.
I'm a catcher say Edinketia.
But I Havertz room.
And I Havertz is room, but I don't lead the attack now.
Inti Michelle.
Anti.
Bobo defenders ni bi mami.
Defenders no.
Yeah.
Saliba.
Yeah.
White. Timber.
So it means that 3 back.
So about 3 back. But you know,
Mikel Arteta, stubborn guy. Inti Obo, Saliba, White, Julian Timber. This is exactly why he brought Julian Timber to the team. Obi obetima bought 3 back now. Pep didn't be last season. You play with 3 central defenders. Medicaka. The reason why you want to play with 3 central defenders is say, oh, person winning 1v1 doors against stubborn wingers from wide areas. And again, players from here comfortable defending from wide areas. So if he's playing with 3 back, automatic, this is what he wanted. Saliba, a good manipulator of the ball, in ball and that form. Then he has Ben White, Gabriel Magalhaes out. I don't know why. When Julian Timber, El Honum. Then in the middle of the park, we have Rice and Thomas Partey, right? El Honum. Yes, Rice and Thomas Partey as the 2 number 6 over there. Then right on top of them, he has Kai Havertz, any Abrantia friend Martin Odegaard as the 2 interiors and 2 number 10s right in front of them. So, Rich, so shape we. It was the exact shape of Pep at the ball last season. So, Pep was playing with 3 centre backs essentially. No Abebo Rodri, any John Stones, El Honum. Then right on top of them, he has 2 number 10s in Ike Gundogan, and of course Kevin De Bruyne. Then up top, there are 3 attackers for him.
So,
yeah.
Per there, almost Sunday.
Yeah.
Now, the woman, Declan Rice, and Obon as a defender, as a centre back.
No.
Or pair, Declan Rice and Saliba. No about White and then Timber, our flanks and so. So maybe any when say team no attack Arsenal. They're not a brand of as a Declan Rice, a drop quality. To have a brand of as William Saliba.
That can be
but on paper there. I mean, three at the back.
Yeah, most of the times the apps will always go for the 4. That's why I'm doing the tactical analysis now. I say the 3 centre backs at the back: Saliba, Ben White, and then Julian Timber. Then you have Declan Rice, then Thomas Partey sitting right on top of them. We have 2 number 10s or 2 attacking number 8, anyhow you want to call it. Kai Havertz and then Odegaard. Then you have Leandro Trossard, Gabriel Martinelli. No, Saka, Gabriel Martinelli. Then as a number 9, Edin Ketia. That is what they wanted. If you want Unya midfielders, Partey will do the progressive job. Declan Rice will lead the counter press as an aggressor and a compact player. Then on top of them, you have Odegaard and then about your friend Kai Havertz. What this had to them, they say, Rich. Now there's a lot of variation. If Arsenal want to go for the long balls, now about your friend Edin Ketia can come short and drop as extra number 10 or as an extra creator. Once Kai Havertz becomes the target man, we need money. Say some long balls now. Kai will receive those balls. Then with Saka close to him, with Edin Ketia close to him, they will pick up the second balls. Then in quick transition, they can get a job done. A template from Pep book last season, and we're picking on the other 2 but with better profiles. Because which they can rise in Partey in China. We saw it in the community show. Partey more born. No sweepy Partey. And I've said it several times. Declan Rice is nowhere better than Partey when it comes to pass selection. You ain't taking risks, no. You ain't breaking lines, no. Partey is top notch. But also in terms of pressing and being aggressive to win the ball back, Partey doesn't come close when it comes to Declan Rice. It's a complementing pair. It gives you a lot that you get in the team. This is a solid Arsenal side. Menfa say early kickoff. I don't care about early kickoff. Arsenal are playing at the Emirates with this team. I'll put top dollar on them. Straight up for Arsenal to get this job done. Okay. They will get this job done against your friend say against Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest is from last season. They are hungry. They want to get the job done. Man City, Winnie and Ra. They want to start it well, and I know they will get a job done. Bournemouth our game against West Ham. Now, Gary O'Neill boss season against West Ham. Let me start from West Ham. West Ham, after selling Declan Rice, there were big problems. Replacement of Declan Rice has been very, very difficult. And now when you break through, Omode Edson Alvarez from Ajax and Ababeshi Mohonum. Lucas Paqueta looking like a likely move away from West Ham to Manchester City. West Ham team in Ankasana, a little bit depleted. David Moyes accompanied several times at the back end of last season, combining European games. Any playing the English Premier League was difficult for them. They managed to stay in there. They are going away to a Bournemouth side that has been very, very good. But again, with a former manager, not with their old manager, it's a tough game. It's a game that I'm going to give an over 1.5. Else I game win Bournemouth, any team, your friend West Ham United, Brighton and Hove Albion, Airball Luton, Brighton HNF, Roberto Di Zerbi's team, we are very, very confident in. Luton were good in the championship. Very, very, very good side of championship name. I've watched them and run a job, but closely, I think that still Brighton will get his job done. Yes, you can go for goals, but Brighton will manipulate it and get a job done. A double chance. So you're very careful. Everton and Fulham. Everton team, under Sondage last season were good. And I think that they go into this season with that momentum in that regard. Playing again at home, at the Goodison Park now. All the players are Karababa Shishim. Sondage did say Dele Alli are ready to play. Andrew Onana, Manchester United, Amadou Onana, United, Channel. But definitely, I think Everton are in good position at home to get a double chance at least. Then Newcastle, Aston Villa, Sheffield United. Newcastle at home against Aston Villa, a cracker of a game of 5 and you don't want to miss this game. Newcastle and Aston Villa.
Una Emery's Aston Villa.
Yeah, cracker game. Only very, very difficult to play against. Una Emery's 4-5-1. Yes, sit back, soak the pressure, and then transit quickly and attack you using them fast and pacey wingers. It is difficult for you to play against them. It's a game that say very, very, very tough, but I'm tipping Newcastle at home to get a job done. I'm happy about Newcastle inclusion. Omoma Alan say Maxim McCoy. No munya a much more direct winger or the goals, any assist it is going to help the side. I'm definitely sure. Say Newcastle, I'm tipping them to get a job done against Tima. Your friend If I say Aston Villa, Arsenal can win the league this season. I know I made them a top 4, but now was most of them.
Arsenal.
Which Arsenal team here way better.
Kofinya no credit. Arsenal team way.
This still work for Man City.
Oh yeah.
Arsenal will learn from the mistakes of last season.
Still City be winning.
I can see that on your almost squad building anymore. Almost also the David Raya back home. See, MPC be long balls you go long to Kai Havertz. Meaning there are a lot of reservations around Kai Havertz as a striker to score goals. But as a hold-up player, he is excellent.
Yanko China games in the show. Yanko. Me Arsenal don't mean to me. To be honest with you.
Chelsea Arsenal mean League.
Second fine, but winning the EPL, I doubt.
Second again.
Yeah, possible.
Even before we go to tomorrow's games. Say,
latest update.
Aye.
Now Liverpool's one da papa. It was more trauma Chelsea afa Romeo Lavia. As of Moise Caicedo. Oh, Liverpool's one da papa.
Over that pass say.
Na players mi onani am so monfa Lavia nei. Om ko 250 no monfa Lavia.
Chelsea 255.
And to omunye 60.
I say no more money.
Na I say Moise Caicedo 110 ko. It is all the 110 ko. Na boy ni say up Chelsea but on more Liverpool. Unti emu ayi bi sister bi mfa nkofa Romeo Lavia nei.
Which but okay last season. Okay mistakes na Chelsea or transfer him. Okay Rafinha deal.
Rafinha.
Yes.
The same thing must in this season.
No.
Ebia.
No, me draw a dream baby so. Last season Rafinha deal no. Chelsea need leads every. So okay. Okay, so Chelsea need leads every.
Yeah.
No problem near Rafinha any deco ni agent.
So that time I'm in Kasai.
Yes, exactly. Not Chelsea any Rafinha ni deco and Kasai. Deco was at Barca's headquarters. Agreeing to the deal. Chelsea should any leads air Kasa. Leads are just canning in every. What just carry alcohol to bank. But already he has not agreed personal terms with the players. Now that is exactly what Chelsea sought to stay away from this summer. Chelsea's plan the whole time has been to get this midfield 3. Any news?
Enzo Fernandez.
Yes.
Moise Caicedo.
Yes.
Romeo Lavia.
Yes.
As a moment for this.
Yes. The first 3 midfielders for Chelsea since the beginning of this summer, in fact since January, has been to get this. The first one was Enzo Fernandez because the news said if you allow Enzo to be on the market for long in the summer, now Chia 115 million for Moise Caicedo. Then Chelsea paid 105 million for Enzo Fernandez. Now you have 55 million for him. You are talking about excess of about 270 million for a midfield in one summer. A business that nobody will allow you to do. You'll be in trouble of financial fair play. So Chelsea had this long ago. So they knew that the first one and the most feasible one was to get Enzo Fernandez from Benfica. You remember the story of Enzo Fernandez? He went late into the night. There are reports from Portugal saying Baghdad Egbali, any Benfica president had issues, confrontations. So no, we want to finish Enzo Fernandez deal now. Now people in Benfica even feel say he went away because of money. But he says he liked the project. They told him they'll get a South American close to him, which is Moise Caicedo. Now, even before Moise Caicedo, in January, Caicedo was on the radar of Arsenal. Any other teams? They got Joe Shields for one reason. Chelsea got for Joe Shields as head of the scouting team. It was for one reason. Una would they Romeo Lavia? If he Belgium buy. Udi came and called Man City. Ankoye, he was too young. He couldn't fit into the team. And our man called Southampton. Now he has been playing regularly in the English Premier League. 25 games, one season. Everybody has seen how good Romeo Lavia is. So if you are coming in, we want talents like Romeo Lavia to come straight to Chelsea. Now even before that, the Romeo Lavia boy, we need to get him with Chelsea. So while Liverpool were going to Southampton on the 48 core, on the 47 core, on the 45 core, Chelsea knew say Southampton wants the 55. They want 50 million, an extra add-ons of 5. But even before that, we will use the relationship at Joe Shields, any Romeo Lavia entourage in one to keep the boys' mind on us, so that when it comes to personal terms, it will not be a big problem. For Moise Caicedo, We know the conversation. Rich, if you go to Quito in Ecuador, if you go through the process of going to Santa de la Ville in the northern part of Ecuador, and you see where he grew up from, when he speaks about playing in teams in Chelsea, you understand. And now I said it here. So the dude was definitely going to come down to the word of mouth. And the principle on the Chelsea, say, you know what, forget about every other thing. Just do with Brighton and Hove Albion. Last night I said it on Manfred on YouTube. Said, he is not going to Chelsea the bid. The next report you hear, Moise Caicedo will be a Chelsea player. Already Chelsea agreed fee with Southampton 55 million in excesses for our branch friend Romeo Lavia. Now they are very, very close. Caicedo has been cleared to Liverpool. So I can't play for Liverpool. Now the onus and the ball is in Chelsea's court. So many Brighton got a deal. Whether 100 million or whether 110 million, they need to find a way to get that deal done. If they don't, then other suitors will come onto the table again. And I'm very certain that Chelsea, their plan for Chelsea is simple. Make sure say Caicedo will be at the Stamford Bridge to watch the game against Liverpool. Whether as a Chelsea player, whether as a Liverpool player, I need a minimum. But I know say on Sunday, some way somehow, Moise Caicedo will see that game against Liverpool. So with Chelsea have had this plan long ago. Now, me I have a problem with Liverpool's recruitment team. Since the time of Joe Edwards scored, they have failed in getting their targets. Nobody fought to Liverpool for Dominic Szoboszlai. Alexis McAllister, it was a release clause and they went to get him from Brighton and Hove Albion. Since then, nothing has happened. How much the Liverpool were free Saudi for Fabinho? Why didn't they invest that quickly on Romeo Lavia? Why the delay? Why did they waste time? If really Lavia was the man that they want, why the last minute onslaught for Moise Caicedo? Now it looks like they never disrupt everything of their midfield rebuild. Liverpool against Chelsea on Sunday without Stefan Bajcetic. Romeo Lavia is not coming in. Fabinho is out of the team. So you have very good attacking midfielders, but then none that gives you the defensive balance that you need. Because Thiago Alcantara essentially is not a defensive midfielder. So how are Liverpool going to play? It looks like things are not being done well at Anfield, and that's where they are now. But the game will still go on. Whoever gets Romeo Lavia, give me the Ebekoso, and we'll wait to see how it goes. There are two things I'm picking from the press conferences of the two managers now. I can't just one day. When Mauricio Pochettino went for his pre-match press conference, on Bisa na Sembi, say Roberto Di Zerbi can't say baby, say big teams can buy our players, but they can't buy our soul. Omo yomo rivals and also David Misro. Brighton is not Chelsea's rival. You know omo competing for the same league, but they cannot be our rivals. It's only a small team, and Chelsea are competing with the big teams. For Jurgen Klopp, a lot of praises for Chelsea. No, okay, fine. They are building a very good team, and that's how the game is going to be like. Now, how are both teams going to play, and how is the game possibly going to end up like? In the Chelsea perspective, we've used the template as preseason games at Chelsea, as the main analysis point of view. Then we'll come down to analyze how Chelsea are going to play against Liverpool. We knew say in preseason, Chelsea played in a 4-2-3-1. Most of the times was Kepa Arrizabalaga in post. Makane has said, if the move to Real Madrid is really coming on, you will not see Kepa in post tomorrow. Robert Sanchez is going to be in post. I'm very confident so now we are going to get Levi Cole and Thiago Silva with Chionum Elho. There was an interview with Levi Cole at Athletic Football and he said, can he play with Benoit Bedlas? You know, say yes. Two right-footed centre backs can play together. Why can't two left-footed centre-backs play together? So there is a possibility. At right centre-back also, there is Axel Desasi. In case Thiago Silva, April. At full-back, however, there is Benjamin Chilwell and they are branching a friend of Rhys James. The two DMs, this is where there is a problem. Because the time to register Caicedo is a Chelsea in the corner. Caicedo waiting me for Chelsea. He should have been registered yesterday. As it stands now, meaning updates be about films where Caicedo is not a Chelsea player until he can't play tomorrow. Now, who passes Enzo Fernandez will feel if you want? Our preseason, you have Conor Gallagher, you have Andre Santos, you have Cesare Casaderi. Casaderi has gone out on loan to Leicester City. Andre Santos Honum. Then Conor Gallagher is still in there. Why the best partner Honum? I don't know who the Chelsea fans think should partner Enzo Fernandez or Finfi. I would love to see say already with all the three. We have Conor Gallagher right by them. I was excited with Conor Gallagher. Meaning say or unpopular figure in terms of 10 or born a ball or Chelsea for him. But he's a good player, and he gives them a lot. How he dictates the pace of the game. As a lone 6 or even as a double 6, Nejuma on the ball was very exceptional in that last game against Fulham. So I'd want to see Conor Gallagher there, right by Enzo Fernandez. If this happens with the injury of Abrante friend in Kukunu, it means that the number 10 becomes Kani Chukwuemeka in there for Chelsea Football Club. Then at wings, we saw Mihailo Modric at some point in time. Noni Madueke team in him. There is Ian Matheson that is still in there. And then, of course, Raheem Sterling, who starts on the wings for Chelsea Football Club. I have a feeling that Ian Matheson will play a part in this game because Pochettino himself in a game like this, he needs players that are willing to press and be aggressive in all zones of the pitch to have control. Then up top, you are going to get Nicola Jackson. On the part of Liverpool, it's a regular 4-3-3. Liverpool in here left centre back, Omunye BCCR. Alisson is going to be imposed. When he's imposed, Virgil van Dijk, Ibrahima Konate, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Andre Robertson, then in the middle of the pack. There be a Chelsea world problems now. That's exactly where Liverpool's
got the same problem, yeah. Because Keita, Fabinho, Henderson, their captain, Obiako.
Yeah.
Almost Honabedao.
I know now, so
James Mena, so
yeah.
I can't tell you you'll be able to do any attorney for the season.
Yeah.
Go no injury prone.
Yeah.
That is why me know you on Liverpool almost scouting more. And more recruitment team.
Yeah.
Who got to player now got only need come as my good Cheska.
Yeah.
Who does that?
Right. What Cheska
team? Who got to player now who got on no. Only maintenance in Kasai. Anton project in Poman. My good Cheska.
Yeah.
Romeo Lavia is put it to one my Chelsea Sabefa. Liverpool for them so Muniska.
Almost FSU Uska. FSU Uska go catch a Brighton man 110 with sell-on clause. Uska.
Papani is up Pebiano so beto a Manchester no. FSU Jim Cleve was
Sergeant Radcliffe.
Radcliffe no. Obi any. Hello catch and say okay, but 25 minutes confess class okay mu there. Me confess ka ba. Oniska. Sana Liverpool dey na kwe.
So
all Lucy midfielders we now beto players ah. O to watch you na answer.
Liverpool paper. When they had the ball, ideally, say Komunya Caicedo. They know say last season what we saw a lot of the times was Trent Alexander-Arnold will invert to be some sort of a deep line playmaker from fullback areas. Then they had Virgil van Dijk, Ibu Konate, because Ibu is very excellent in defending on wide areas, an excellent player, also very aggressive. 1v1 heading to defend against Ibu Konate. You have Virgil van Dijk, of course, honorary captain. Then Andy Robertson in here. Now with the up to now they've not gotten Caicedo. So even if Somenya Caicedo on Monday, Caicedo cannot play. Who can play for Liverpool there? There are two possible players. Stefan Batic is Bawepra. Then Thiago Alcantara, like you said. But Alcantara, your proper DM that you get in a team. Or you're more like a CM, more not too by friends off the ball sided, more ball sided. You recycle possession, ball. That is who Thiago Silva is in this regard. Then definitely you are going to get Alexis McAllister and Domenico Szoboszlai. Any money there? Attacking midfielders near brilliant CMs, no? Brilliant CMs for Liverpool. Dominic Szoboszlai and then Alexis McAllister. Ball striking ability to Honor. I will not be surprised. Se kept at that post, Dominic Szoboszlai will try those long range shots. He's an expert in that. And when you know him say Kepa has those issues, he will try it. One thing that Liverpool doesn't have a problem about, on the front three, if they are playing Darwin Nunez through the middle, Salah, and either of Cody Gakpo, Diogo Jota, or Diaz, they have a very, very, very good attacking force. And then they have a very good depth, very good at starting lineup in that regard. And then that's how good Liverpool are. The problem is in the midfield and central balance. Or Chelsea on them. The same for Chelsea, the same for Liverpool. While Chelsea want to play in the 4-2-3-1, be very aggressive, counter press and play on the front foot. Liverpool want to play and create spaces from deep line areas, using Trent Alexander-Arnold. Of course, go with the judging person also. But how will they get this job done? Without two central defensive midfielders, The first thing I'll tell you as somebody that will tactically analyze games is say there are going to possibly be an outpour of goals. Liverpool will score, Chelsea will score. Yes.
Okay.
I'm very confident, man. So both teams know. Obi
But one
in 5 happenings, Anthony Taylor Edimu Yensa. Sam Yensa were in games in and in a draw. Yami had much now. Anthony Taylor is going to be the center referee beam outside game. Giving teams the new lack a balance. Any the things that have happened with the team, the antecedents about teams now. Any the referee in the middle of the park. I'm leaning towards a draw for both teams. Say this game, everybody, that game not pie. It's a bedroom that's when you can say that can be the win for you. But when you can say that now the coffee. So that's going to be it. I'm very, very confident. Say this can end in a draw. Largely can end in a draw. Chelsea, however, have the home advantage. They may be very aggressive and try and win this game. So if anybody will win, I'll put my money on Chelsea. But most likely, the game is going to end up in a draw. You can go for a double chance for Chelsea. So, that's the time. You had my Monday there. More boss will come and one like Manchester United.
Yabeka Manchester. And so again, and it's 104.5 weekend edition. Official Rita Passwords and a Gusua de Mamo live on Pimsan TV. Asempa 94.7. I won't cry. Sanso and a Kiss FM. Our Takra the Honsu Jumedino. Chaguna Facebook and so. And Shawazo 4.5 FM. How over to Jumedino live. And so our YouTube and so yeah live. Our YouTube Inshra Passports live. And also with Jumedino live. Our ho. And Katia Collins as all of my students. We resume class today, 11:30 a.m. Say, I dear crown, I would dear now by 10%. And their boys in headache power. 10% in it. I boys in headache power to bend it.
Yeah, you know, Anna, you know, to one. See, say last season now, the code never to one. It's Twitter, Fifi_Manfred or Twitter. Fifi_Manfred or Twitter. In the next 2 minutes, Felix Bet drop your code now, Fifi_Manfred or Twitter. Until they follow, you get all the code for the weekend games. So no chat. But we chat so they are. All
right. Yentoso, Dubako, Abo, Yemfa, Emrefina, Yemidifi, and so and Common. And the fantasy code no on so intimate fanafi emfa antua ayedwumadeti ye the fantasy code no to Facebook see while you interested be anbra na ye the to and so amamu aboho. All right, na sana bi kan no Getafe elections no nyame ayadoma the roadmap on the brain no na chese September 27th and Getafe elections no. And also, yet abesha so na enra na deadline. Obia na opese. Or also ye to no so aba say upper position to medie bi awo GF ho no. No also no so timi epeke end form. Na enra somebaka on our show. A brother incumbent president Yera Ket Simon Okaku and so opeke the form no. Yema mu so penino and so akakopin there. Sounds like the former vice president Adama at the Ghana Football Association. Yera George Afie, or also a yadia, and Ranuano, or also etimi application the form. Come on. I also echo saying to the Swaba as the FA president. And to the attorney, I'm so the attorney and Kira. Kojoyanka. Or yes, I'm calling Suba Quaco pre presidency. You honor how no so. The Yanyan say, as we speak, this is a nipper to pay a cat. And George Fee and Omo Apeke Omo 4 and so our home. Na Anra Ebra a president Katokagu and so Apeke a ne form so no and some way and now the tuja or we are nafi Uncle George Fee dia no so kind or the Atwaso Katokagu Nisemni.
The trusted hand, the trusted leader is the one speaking to all of you. People believe in the leadership. That's the reason why they are here. They trust the leadership. That's why they are here. Most importantly, they trust in the vision of the leader. That's why they are here. And they are here, and we are here to again say one thing. We are together. We are together in good times. We are together in bad times. Our game will go through bad times, but our game will go through a lot of good times. Our collective future is very bright. We have to be patient. We have to come together as a family, because that's the essence of being part of this association. My hands are open. I said this at Congress. I welcome the other mind at all times, because it is the strength that I pick from the other mind that makes this family a unique and strong family.
Okay, enti another incumbent, NHYIRA Ketokeku. I see and nipa bebrebe na ihu so mudi na chini dina no. Sebi nye adwumade bi no muni. Ana sebi yo F secretariat no. Ona ye omo fa no mudi na chikeke. Na omo agide woni mu se oba ye on na administration the leadership no. Adwuma omo body ama Ghana football no. Omo gide se so omo sign to no so biem a adwuma pa no obasan to so ama Ghana football. Baby obia pe the expectation no ono so ebetimi ediama the Ghanaian public omo so no obia enso any da so ne say papa yi obetu Ghana football enso diaman it was ni pana na di na chiri sabi enye zo omo ni adwuma ye ono mu di na chi na mom adwuma pa ono na administration yi na omo person omo to ono Ketokeku ene na administration na afei 4 more omasa abaye adwuma no adiama Ghana football na ose yes ogitum se adwuma no ontimi nya ni dina yes ogitum pa na ogide se nyame yadom na delegates ne sa de nod ne ma no se enfie na se di animi onsanya adwuma no mfama Ghana football ogide so no so no obetimi de Ghana football enso akọ baby obian so pese Ghana football so no ekokodrum now for the forms we no odan ho ano na the former vice president at the Ghana Football Association uncle George Fie ono so peke the form no peke the form no ono so na some of the two dano inti no.
If you look at the number of people who are clamoring to become ESCO members, it's enough justification telling you that everything is not right. If the people who want to contest the executive council position think that Mr. Okreku has done well, then let us also withdraw and all of us go and back them plus the executive council. If they have done so well, then I expect everybody who has picked form to contest the executive council to drop. If they drop, I'll be the first to drop. Then everything is fine. Let's rally behind our boss. Let's rally behind our FA president, and they'll move Ghana football forward. Because that is what I stood for 4 years ago. 4 years ago, we were going to the third round when I considered defeat, and I said that everybody should follow Mr. Ketokeku. He has my support, and I expect everybody to support him. It didn't end there. The next morning, I pick a phone and say, boss, you are now my boss. You are the FA president. You have my support. Count on me. I did a live video, told everybody that, but what do we see today? We don't matter. Now it is them against us. Our football is divided. In the coming days, the news will come out. Our manifesto will come out. Our vision will come out. The true situation of our football will come out, and we'll let everybody know.
Okay, enti Dr. Fian so de no ose enya no kreda. NHYIRA Ketokeku aka se no ben no aye adwuma na de ose enya no kre. Ose bi no hwe nipa kra nipa dodo a omokopre eye esco no a bibia chese opani no ban no omo se na nyidie orum no ose no at a point ono ankasa ana so eye kets odene support at the man so opani kono kobo adwuma no afama eye Ghana football bucket by on mata money biem ado hu kra so no George Fie no oho na say Ghana football ni titimuni ade a anomde enti ono de so ogidie se nyame ya adom no obi manifesto babontia lugna de obi aka no ogide se ono so no ebetime enya nod no abe FA president now abe Ghana football and so eye e do cancel hona ayiro nyasem kutu akuku dam papa Dr. Ranyabi, Onofa Adama Pando out of Lions. Odo Safo Afadama Ayabrukum Chelsea. Kingsley say Abunsu, Bechem United. Also for the Bobo and Frederica Champon. Any Ancasenia Fredachi. This time we're caught in the ticket of Dreams FC. And a lawyer, Monday, lawyer. ɔno nso ɛkɔ in the ticket of Karela Edmanaka and so ɛkɔ for Samates na Kwabena Onyina Asenso ɔno nso Lagos Cities one fine gentleman ɔno nso ɛkɔ adi ama Lagos Cities ana Kwasi Apia yɛne ankasa Kwasi Apia former Black Stars coach Kwasi Enso for the Amakuma Sasonoko Dr. Tony Obin ɔno nso for Mediama ɔno nso for na afei Alaji Moro Brahma House of Folk ɔno nso for adi ama mo Rough Damina ɔno nso ɛfa de ma ayɛ instructor we na ne yɛ 5 na ɛsɛ adeɛ no abɛyere sɛ ɛyɛ asɛm kitokra all right enti FA elections no ɛno nso ho nsɛnsɛm ɛna ɛde amamnisha 104.5 live on Pimsan TV also ɛbra na afei ɛfa ɛyɛ message no ɛbra ɛdɛ the president hɔ no ɛnipa 2 yɛde fie ne kitokra kunkwa no ɛna ɛkɔ yɛn hu kɔdwe yanka ɛwɔ hɔ eti Abia, good morning.
Good morning.
Now, the Kodanka, and I know what that I know.